Hello, my name is Eric and welcome to a little bit different of a routine for the Bowflex. In today's video, we're not just going to be focusing on our physical health, but we're also going to be focusing on our mental health. And our mental health is such a big part of our personal well-being, and you may notice that at the end of every video I say be good to yourself and be good to others, and that's a big part of mental health to me. So I've designed this workout to both be energizing and uplifting, and I might be dropping a lot of positive affirmations along the way. So maybe you're feeling a little down, or maybe you're going through a lot lately, or maybe you're feeling really good and you want to ride that wave of positivity. Well, either way, join me here today and we are going to feel good about working out, feeling good about ourselves, and all I need from you is your attention and your best effort. So let me tell you about today's routine. It's going to be a 4-minute warm-up, and then we're going to do a 25-minute workout. The 25-minute workout is going to consist of 22 sets. Each set is 35 seconds of work followed by 25 seconds of rest. And if you're a beginner or maybe you're a little out of shape, well, you can join me at the 25-second mark. And if you can't complete each set from there, that's okay. You're going to keep at it and you're going to keep getting better and stronger. And one day you're going to knock out this whole thing. Trust me. So this routine is going to be a little bit faster paced than some of the other routines on the channel. It's kind of a mixed bag where some are fast and some are heavy and rep based. So if you're looking for a heavy rep based routine, this is probably not the video for you. Check out some other videos on the channel. But if you are in for feeling good today, this is the video for you. So in today's routine, we are going to hit our entire body. After our warm-up, we're going to get into some squats, to shoulder press, and we're going to be doing some bicep curls, some rows. We're going to be doing some leg extensions, some hip work, and we are going to also hit our abs right at the end. So everything is going to be through a single weight setting, and that's going to be that's going to help us progress through this routine pretty quickly. So we've got a couple breaks built in, and during those breaks we can grab a drink of water, and we're also going to need to adjust our pulley position. So for now, go ahead and leave your power rods off at tension, because we're going to do that after we do our warm-up. We'll rack that up. So let's get into that warm-up. Let's feel good about ourselves, and I will see you right back. Let's start off with spirals to loosen up our neck. So imagine your nose is at the center of a spiral, and you're going to slowly trace it out wider and wider until you can't make bigger circles. And we're going to do a few like this. Now let's stop and change directions and slowly bring it in. All right, so next we're going to do some arm circles. Arms, instead of out wide like this, bring them into a W, and then we're just going to roll them just like this. And I want you to push out or in, depending where your arm is at, because we're loosening up our chest, our shoulders, our back, and a little bit of our triceps with this motion. And we're doing this for another 12 seconds or so. And then we're going to get into a jog in place. If you don't like jogging in place, you can do maybe some high knees or some body weight squats, which we'll do as well. So let's start jogging though. And I really like jogging. I probably jog every other day, if not every day. And a lot of the reason I like jogging, and I'm sure you've heard of this before, is the runner's high. So let me explain that to you. So when you exercise, your body releases a hormone that's the endorphins hormone. And endorphins just make you feel good. It's kind of associated with this feeling of euphoria. And that's why people call it the runner's high. So if you want to learn more about that, I'd recommend there's a book called Spark, The Revolutionary New Science of Exercise in the Brain. I just finished that one pretty recently. It's by John Ratey. I'll go with. Pretty good book. I definitely recommend it. So, all right, let's move into some body weight squats. So for these, stick your arms out in front of you, and you're going to drop down and then back up. So in that book, he covers all sorts of new studies of how exercise can impact your daily well-being, not just feeling good and looking good. It also impacts your ability to focus and concentrate. And so if that's something that you're into, give that book a shot. All right, so now let's do some wrist spins. Just loosen up these wrists here. And you can even maybe do some finger pulls if that's more your style. We're just trying to get our forearms and our wrists all loosened up here. All right, so now we're gonna spread our feet out wide, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. I want you to lean forward and put your arms out back like they're wings on an airplane. And now I want you going side to side. Just side to side here. Loosen up your hips and your quads. We got another 15 seconds of this. We're almost through our warm up here, so now let's stand up or put our feet together, reach down into a forward fold, and we're just going to hold this until the clock ticks out here. Now let's tuck our forehead in as we keep reaching down, and maybe you can go just a little further the longer you hold this. And when this timer ticks down, slowly rise up, slow, slow, slow. And when you're standing all the way up, feel that positive energy flow up and through your body. And give me a nice big smile because we are going to be working out together. So we're going to rack up our power odds and get into our routine. See you right back. All right, let's rack up our resistance. 80 pounds is what I'm going with. I would call that the heavyweight setting. If you're a little bigger than me, maybe you might want to do a little bit more. Medium weight setting, 50 pounds, and our lightweight setting would be at 30 pounds. So let's get that all racked up. And the other thing is all of our exercises today, except for the last one, is going to be through this bottom set of pulleys. So we can just leave it just like that. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove this top part of the bench. And we're just going to set it aside. Don't put it in the other room or something. We're going to be putting it back on in a moment. And finally, we're just going to pull this little lever out and slide our bench up to the front here. And we're going to be using that in on our second lift, the squat to shoulder press. But before that, we have our standing cross fly or standing cross row. And so for this, you're going to grab the handle opposite your arm. And so you're going to have like a little X making, or the cables will make a little X in front of you. And then you're going to pull those handles up to your shoulders and just raise them up. If you want a little bit more difficulty, you can hold them up at your shoulder level for just a second and then release really slowly. You got 15 more seconds here. All right, our next lift, we're going to spin around and then we're going to sit down on this the seat that we just moved here. And we're going to be doing a squat to shoulder press. So for squat, we're going to stand up twice here. And then we're going to sit down, and then we're going to do 2 shoulder presses, just like that. And we're going to do this for 35 seconds here. This is going to get that heart rate up, work out your legs, and then also your shoulders. And if you're struggling with holding on to these handles through the squats, you can do, some body weight squats for, 15, 20 seconds, and then do some shoulder press. That works as well. The angle that you're pressing this weight up can be a little tricky. Don't let that stop you though. Don't give up. All right, so next lift, we're just going to spin around, face the tower, and we're going to do some bicep curls. So with a bicep curl, the further you are away from the machine, the more resistance this is going to offer. But you just hold these handles, pull them up to your shoulders. Let's go. Remember to exhale as those power rods bend. Now today's routine, I've been wanting to film something like this for quite a while, kind of put myself on a limb here, but every once in a while in your life you get a reminder that you're not here forever, and you got to make the most of what you have, and how you spend your time, that's how you spend your life. And so, do what is important to you, and do what you're set here to do, or what you're out here to do. So we've got a minute here, and we are going to now move our bench back into the flat position. So grab your bench here that you just removed, and we're going to put it back together. And now we're going to go into a hip extension. And for this, you're going to take this handle, open it up nice and wide, and then you're going to put your outer foot through it. And once you've done that, you're pretty much done. You're going to stand up here, and then you're going to put one arm against this tower. I like then keeping my other arm here on my kind of on my side, and then we are going to kick out this leg nice and wide, just like this. So everybody join me here in 5 seconds. All right, now keep it flaring out nice and wide. So I am a firm believer of exercise as medicine, and I think I said it in the warm-up. When I get a good workout in, I have improved mood. And I mean, there's all these effects that exercise has on your physical health, but something about the improved mood is it makes me the person I want to be when I'm in a better mind state. And so I really recommend trying to get your exercise in the morning, because then you're feeling good all day long. So switch sides, and we're going to put our right leg or opposite leg through this handle, and we're going to stand up, one arm on the tower here, and then we're going to flare it out wide again. Now this hip move here, this is really nice for your thighs, kind of your butt here too, but then it's also kind of good for your knee, as this puts a lot of tension on your knee and strengthens up that joint. 5 more seconds. All right, let's remove our foot from the handle. And now we're going to have our back to the tower, and we're going to do a move called the resisted punch. And careful walk in after doing some of those hip extensions. I know it can be tough to kind of step up. All right, so resisted punch. Put your hands, your palms over the handles, and then you're going to alternate punching out in front of you. And with this move, you can push out quickly, explosively, as if you're punching a punching bag, or just blowing off some steam. Keep it going. All right. Our last move in this circuit is going to be a pullover to crunch. So for this, you're going to put your legs over this leg extension here, and then you're just going to lie flat on your Bowflex. And then you're going to grab these handles, and then you're going to straighten your arms out so they're pointing up towards the sky. And then for the crunch part, you're going to crunch upwards and bring the handles with you. And those handles should go from straight up and down to touching your thighs. You can hold it for a second and then release and back up. So this is our last exercise here before we get another minute break to rerun or re-rack our machine. All right, so we have a minute here. And during that minute, I'd recommend grabbing a little bit of water here. And those same 6 exercises we just did, we are going to run them back, except we're going to do 2 of each of those instead of just the 1. So remove your bench again, set it aside, and slide your seat back up. And now we've got 25 seconds here. Just rest, keep it loose, and we'll be getting into our standing cross row or cross fly here. So some of these videos here, I wish I could play some music. You know, music can be really great for your mood. And I found, you know, there's a couple artists that I really like that I'll be sharing with you in just a moment. All right, raise those arms up. Now, I've kind of learned over time, you know, when I was young, I used music just to kind of get pumped up. But nowadays, I have music for different moods. And if I want to feel better, there's a few artists that I really like in particular. So one artist, I don't know how popular these people are, if you know everybody else has heard of them. My favorite artist is Macklemore. So all right, we're going to do another set of this. So the reason I like Macklemore, well, he's got a great sound, but also most importantly is his lyrics are about kind of what happens in everyday life to normal people, and he tries to address all sorts of different issues from opioid epidemics and gay rights and consumerism. And he's just got a whole, and he's got a lot about addiction as well. And he really approaches his music as art. And that's something that, you know, really has kind of changed a little bit of my view on music. Is he sees himself as a real artist, even though he's, you know, competing against pop singers and people in it for the money. It's about the art for him. So Macklemore, that's my number 1 recommendation. All right, our next lift, spin around. We're gonna be doing our squat to shoulder press. So my next recommendation is Lizzo. And if you don't know who Lizzo is, she just kind of came on the scene, I think 2019, right before the pandemic, with a couple really popular songs. And here we go, let's get into that squat, double squat into double press here. And Lizzo is kind of known for some of her positive, you know, the positivity that she has at her concerts. And it's almost like she's a motivational speaker. And some of, you know, the reason I wanted to do this today is inspired by a concert I saw of hers. So I hope I can deliver it anywhere as well as Lizzo does. So we got our break time here. So another person I would really recommend, and only kind of a small portion of his music really resonates with me, and that's Mike Posner. I'll have a link to kind of a favorite playlist of mine. That's a favorite playlist of mine that like I'd like to listen to when I want to feel better. And, you know, these people have kind of all been through their own journey, and that's what a lot of their songs are about. So there's an album by Mike Posner that really resonates with me. That's kind of about him finding himself, and he didn't want to be a pop singer or anything anymore. He wanted to make the music for the art and to inspire people. So check out those 3 artists. I'll have a playlist linked in the description of my favorite feel good songs that are all upbeat and good songs to work out to. So bicep curls up next. Let's get all nice and stretched and loose for this, and let's get curling. Now, if you are feeling like quitting, you're not alone. There's other people that want to quit, but this is the time where you gotta challenge yourself and really push yourself here to be that person you want to be. All right, so we got one more set of bicep curls. Success is just around the corner. You just got to keep putting in that work, and it's going to come to you. So let's get all ready to go here. One more set of bicep curls. And we all have our ups and downs in our life. Some have it a lot worse than others, but some of our ups and downs are caused by external things that we can't control. But what we can control is what we're doing here today and the effort we're putting in. So good on you for showing up and putting the effort in and working those biceps, working those guns. So let's, we got a minute break here where we can move our seat back, putting our bench back together, and then we got another 40 seconds or so to grab some water. All right. So hip extensions up next. We're going to do one on each side here. Open up that handle again. Shove your foot right through it and then kind of tighten it up. And then we're going to be standing up, one arm on the tower here, and then we will be extending it out wide. All right, everybody join me here. Now the hip extension is one of those exercises that you feel it right when you're done. If you try to go upstairs, maybe step over your Bowflex, you get a little reminder of, that didn't feel normal. Take that as a little reminder to yourself, a little pat on the back, reminder of what a good workout you got in today. All right, we're going to switch sides now. All right, let's get ready to extend. And now let's go. Kick out that hip nice and wide. Good on you for showing up today. And you should be proud of yourself for showing up and working hard today. And if you're not proud of yourself, well, I am proud of you, and I need you to become proud of yourself. So we're going to get into some resisted punch, and I'm going to want you to talk with me, shout with me if you need to, as we're going to say some positive affirmations here. All right, let's get punching. Now, everybody with me, I tell you this stuff works here. You're going to say with me, repeat after me. I am strong. I am powerful. I am beautiful. And I can do anything. I mean that. You can do anything. You just got to put the work in. And you can do it. And that shit works. And I'm telling you, if you don't believe in yourself, or you're not proud of yourself or love yourself, you need to tell yourself that. Look at, after this workout, I want you to find a mirror. You're going to say it with me again one more time here. All right, some resisted punches. Explode out with these punches. But after this workout, all of you, I want you to find a mirror. You can take your shirt off. You can get naked if you want to. And I want you to say, I am strong. I am powerful. I am beautiful. And I can do anything. If you can do those punches, you can do anything. Let's get set up for some pullover crunches. Legs over our leg extension. And our hands are going to be pointing straight up to the sky, holding the handles. And then we're going to crunch and bring those handles down to our thighs. Positive affirmations, though, that's what we need more of in our lives. A lot of people are too critical of themselves, or they treat themselves in a way that you would never treat another person. And so that's why I always say be good to yourself and be good to others. Is, I've heard it said that if what you're telling yourself you wouldn't say to a child, then you need to stop. You would, remove that person from your life so quickly if all you said was negative things to yourself. And so don't allow yourself to, put yourself down. All of your weaknesses or everything you're ashamed of. And so if anybody can take you down or hurt you, it's you, and don't let that happen. You got 10 more seconds. You can do this. All right. We have 1 minute to rack up our machine from here. So leg extensions is going to be our final exercise. And we've got 3 of these lined up. So take these cables and we are going to hook them up to our pulleys. So drop these handles off, clip in your cables, and we're going to get set up for leg extension. So for leg extension, you're going to be sitting here with, this, actually one thing, these foam rollers here, these are adjustable. So if you're finding they're at a weird spot, maybe you need to adjust it as well. And I like keeping my hands kind of underneath my butt as I lift up my legs. And we're going to raise them up here for 35 seconds. And if this resistance kind of feels too low for you, hold your legs outstretched and then slowly retract here. That's going to add a little bit more difficulty and make you focus on your form a bit more here. All right, so we have 25 more seconds. I'm going to actually add a couple more power rods here. I could use a bit more weight. Up to you. If that weight setting felt good to you, keep it. We're going to get into, we got 2 sets left here. Let's extend. You are so close to finishing, over 90% done. So don't give up now. You're going to feel proud of yourself for finishing. If it were easy, it wouldn't mean as much. So keep working. Power through it. All right, one more set to go. We are almost there. Now, I've been talking a lot throughout this video, and if you found it helpful, please comment below. And you know what, if you don't like me talking in videos, one thing I've been trying to do lately is to record videos that you could actually watch on mute and play different music. So I now have kind of look aheads at what the next exercise is. And so that's an option too. But if you don't like my voice or something, I'd be kind of surprised if you made it this far. Here we go, 15 more seconds. All right, excellent job everybody for finishing. Please don't forget to give this video a like if you made it all the way through. I would give each and every one of you a like for working out with me today. Good on you. And let's not forget to remove our power rods from tension. That will keep our power rods nice and strong, just like you, and keep giving you a challenging workout. So, as always, thank you for watching today's video. Subscribe if you want to see more. Like if you enjoyed it. Comment below if you found this video helpful in any way. It would mean a lot to me. And let me know if you want to see more videos like this or just stick to the normal routines. I appreciate the feedback. So be good to yourself, be good to others, and thank you for watching. And say it with me one more time. I am strong. I am powerful. I am beautiful. And I can do anything.